Hey everybody, Surprise here with another episode of Surprise Radio. I'm excited to bring you several bands this week. I'm actually going to double up, and half of the show is going to be new bands I've never featured, and half the show is going to be bands that I have featured that have put out new music, or at the very least music that I want to hear, honestly. The way that I'm doing things now is I'm trying to actually watch the video with you for the first time, so I'm not hearing the music when it comes out, and honestly I just want to hear these songs. So that I can share it with you, I'm going to double up and do a 10 song episode. So buckle up. If you're not enjoying the music that I'm featuring in whatever song it is and you want to skip ahead to the next one, the chapters are below, so you can skip ahead if you're not enjoying the song and see what the next one sounds like. Give these bands a chance. Let's listen to them. Let's see what they sound like, and find some good music and support the ones that we do like. If you watch one band and don't like it and don't continue watching the video, you might miss your favorite, because sometimes my favorite song is the second or third or even last song of the day. So definitely stick around, check them out. I've been trying to make it where you don't see my list in the reflection on the poster behind me, but I'm not saying all the information I want to. So you're going to see it, and sorry for the glare, but there's nothing I can really actually do about it. So that being said, let's get into the show. This week we're starting off featuring 5 bands I have not featured before. After that, we're going to be listening to some songs that are repeat features, like Anavae, The Dead Deads, Arrows in Action, Spirit Adrift, and Killakoi. All of these songs I want to hear. Many of them are new. Most of them are new. The only one that's not, I believe, as far as brand new, is the Killakoi song, but this is the song that they're doing with RA, and I wanted to hear it. I was supposed to go to their show this coming Saturday, actually, and I can only imagine that they would have played this, but unfortunately they had to drop off the bill, and so I'm not even going to go. But I do still want to hear the song. I've been waiting to listen to it with y'all, and I'm tired of waiting. So that's part of what motivated me to do this with all of these bands. I've decided I've been talking long enough. Let's get into the music. We're going to kick things off with Pray for Sleep. Pray for Sleep is from Columbus, Ohio. I believe Hello Luna is also from Columbus, so maybe they've played together. I'm not entirely sure. Might not be the same kind of music. I'm about to find out. I have not heard them. I'm very excited to hear them. Pray for Sleep with Scream Back.
I
That was Scream Back by Pray for Sleep. I really liked that. It sounded really pop punk at first, and then they played some obvious elements of heavy metal. I really liked the riff a lot through it. The singing was very clean for a lot of it, and they did scream a little bit. You know, I love a good combo of clean and dirty vocals, if you will. Yeah, that was great. I'm real interested to hear more of their stuff and see if their sound varies or if it stays kind of the same. And if they have that one song that really just explodes. I like that song. I'm hoping for a song that really explodes soon for them. They seem young, so they have time to do it. Up next is Forever May Fall. This is a Charlotte, North Carolina-based band formed around 2017, although COVID did hit them hard and they had a major lineup change. I know the vocalist is still the same. This is their newest single, released May of 2022. This is You by Forever May Fall.
You've been building your life, stealing from people you hurt by design. You've been trying to change time, playing the victims, what keeps you alive? Why are you the way you are? Where's your stage when it's so dark? Not my fault you fall apart when bad things come to ugly hearts. Bad things come to ugly hearts. Nobody wants to be like you. Fake issues, hope you crumble from all of that weight. I really hate the shit you do. Seems like you only suffer from feeling the same. Screaming words that aren't your own, chasing roads to find a home. You can lie, you can try to deny who you are from the truth. Nobody wants to be like you. You've been chasing this high, addicted to people who tell you you're right. Now they're saying goodbye. Secrets you keep have them drawing the line. Why are you the way you are? Where's your stage when it's so dark? Not my fault you fall apart. Bad things come to ugly hearts. Bad things come to ugly hearts. Nobody wants to be like you. Fake issues, hope you crumble from all of that weight. I really hate the shit you do. Seems like you only suffer from feeling the same. Screaming words that aren't your own, chasing roads to find a home. You can lie, you can try to deny who you are from the truth. Nobody wants to be like you. There is nowhere left to turn. Your lesson was never learned. You're leaving to crash and burn. A heartbeat hurts, a heartbeat hurts. Nobody wants to be like you. Fake issues, hope you crumble from all of that weight. I really hate the shit you do. Seems like you only suffer from feeling the same. Screaming words that aren't your own, chasing roads to find a home. You can lie, you can try to deny who you are from the truth. Nobody wants to be like you. Nobody wants to be like you. Nobody wants to be like you.
So that was Forever May Fall. And you may have recognized, you may not have because it's been a while since I've featured them, but you may have recognized the guitar player. He was the guitar player for A Light Divided previously, and they were the very first band I ever featured on my show, so I'm real excited to be able to feature his new band. As I said, the band went through a major lineup change. That was one of them, adding Colt. This is the second song they've released since that lineup change, I believe. The first one being Aftermath, which was teased at the end of the last video. Real excited to hear more of their music. She has an amazing voice. They sound really, really good. Yeah, I'm real excited to check out more of their stuff. As you could see on the screen before I switched to this one, they also have other music out there, so if you want to check out more of their stuff, Click there or the links below in the description. Where's my hand? Down in the description, there'll be all the band's information down there. Up next, we have Stoke the Fire. Stoke the Fire is from Long Island, New York. They formed around 2018. Today, we're going to be checking out their song, Silent Existence. What am I hearing? Right there, he sounds like somebody. I like when he sings like that a lot. Yes, give me a bass solo. So that was Stoke the Fire with Silent Existence, and I got a lot of different things out of that song. I'm going to start with the only negative that I really have is that I didn't care much for the effect they did on his voice at the beginning of the song. It sounded a little funny to me. After that, after they cleaned it up and got rid of that effect, It was really, really good. First of all, I love that there's a bass solo. You know I love a good bass solo. I'm partial to the bass, and there's just not enough bass solos out there anymore. The singing went from okay to really, really good in places, and I'm really excited to hear him push his voice more because that sounds really good when he does that. Not that I didn't mean okay in a bad way. I just meant his singing went from one thing to another when he raised his voice to me. So I enjoyed hearing that. I enjoyed hearing the band, and I'm definitely excited to hear more of their stuff. Up next is Nicolas Rage from Edmonton, Alberta, doing their song Poison Ivy.
Stay awake. I don't wanna fall asleep in poison ivy. Feel it growing over me, and every day I pretend that this is living normally. What's wrong with me? I believe my intentions really get the best of me, to the point where I can't keep a promising, letting down the people who were close to me. Just stay away. I know I push away the ones I love. Let go. I'll never be good enough. Good enough. I know I push away the ones I love. I let go. Never feel good enough. Good enough. Stay awake. I don't wanna fall asleep in poison ivy. Feel it growing over me, and every day I pretend that this is living normally. What's wrong with me?
So that was Nicolas Rage with Poison Ivy. That was a very entertaining video. It was very funny, very punk, and very Canadian too. If nothing else, the free therapy and tryouts. That was clever. That was a fun video. Thanks, guys. That was cool. Can't wait to hear more of your stuff. Hopefully, all of your videos are entertaining like that. I looked at their page, and I say hopefully, it seems like their videos are all kind of entertaining like that. They seem like some fun dudes. So I am looking forward to checking out more of their videos for sure. That's one of the bands possibly that you might want to look into their videos as much as their music on Spotify or CD or anything like that. Up next this week, to close out the portion of bands I haven't heard, is The Place You Call Home. This is, as I said earlier, featuring Patrick Ryan of Set for Tomorrow. The song is called Eat It, and the last song I heard called Eat It was a Weird Al Yankovic remake of a Michael Jackson song, parody song. So I don't know if that's a cover of that or if this is something completely different, but I'm still interested to hear it. I'm excited, and I've talked for long enough. The Place That You Call Home with Eat It. And before we get started, this is obviously not a, well, not obviously. This isn't actually a video, it's just going to be an image on the screen while we listen to the song, but again, I wanted to hear it and I wanted to share it with y'all, so this is how we're doing it. That was definitely not the Weird Al Yankovic song. That was The Place You Call Home with Eat It, featuring Patrick Ryan of Set for Tomorrow, and featuring some very brutal riffs and vocals, and that was a lot of different vocal styles in one song. That's always fun. I enjoyed that. They are from Richmond, Virginia. I forgot to mention that earlier, and I do think that they're a fairly new band, so I'm very excited to watch them grow. Up next is Anavae. I've featured them once before. I really enjoyed their song, and they've put out a new one called Sacrifice, so I can't wait to hear that one. One of the many reasons why I'm extending this show like I am is so that I can hear some of these new songs, starting with Anavae.
As far as the eye can see, losing senses, distorting psychedelic monstrosity, illusion of safety, a comfortable mirage. I try to lose focus.
So that was Anavae with Sacrifice. There was definitely some imagery in that video. And I didn't like it as much as I liked the other song that I heard by them, but I did like it. It was a bit of a mix of, I don't know, industrial and EDM or something with KMFDM vibes, or I don't know. That was very spooky. A very spooky song. I liked it. Speaking of spooky, up next is the Dead Deads. I'm real excited to finally feature them again. I didn't realize that the only song I'd featured by them was Deal With Me. So they put out a new song fairly recently called Dead Inside, and I'm real excited to finally feature some more of the Dead Deads because I think that they're amazing and they should definitely be on everybody's radar. This is the Dead Deads with Dead Inside.
Moss is growing on my bedroom floor. Say hello, I know you'd hoped for more. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. There's a beast in my closet too. Envious 'cause it isn't with you. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Heart breaks right on cue. Green's my shade of blue. I'm marching over the memories. I'm washing out with the tide. I'm letting go of what couldn't be. And I never felt so alive. Now that I'm dead inside. I never felt so alive. Now that I'm dead inside. Dead inside, outside of time and space. Dead inside of what I couldn't face. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Come closer, I know you're dead too. Bend over backwards, show you all my moves. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. No one's truly alone. We're all dead in our bones. I'm marching over the memories. I'm washing out with the tide. I'm letting go of what couldn't be. And I never felt so alive. Now that I'm dead inside. I never felt so alive. Now that I'm dead inside. Now that I'm dead inside. I've never felt so alive. Now that I'm dead inside.
So that was the Dead Deads with Dead Inside, and I was not expecting a beautiful acoustic song. So that was kind of a trip. They definitely usually rock out a lot more. So if you're wanting to check them out, I suggest that you do. Obviously, they have some range and some talent. So yeah, check them out. The Dead Deads, they're awesome. Up next is Arrows in Action, another band that I featured before that put out new music recently that I couldn't help but want to hear. And the song is really new, so all that I have is a song video, a visualizer possibly. I do know that it's not an actual video, so we have another one of those on this show, but I want to hear the song, so we're going to get into it. This is Arrows in Action with Put You Through Me.
You've been trying to keep me in your bed. I can tell from all the marks that you've been leaving on my neck. It was never anything you said. It was all premeditated from the moment that we met. Don't start falling, I'm sorry if I'm not here in the morning. Give me all of you just for a piece of me. So darling, don't get too close. There's nothing here to see. If we end up going down this road, you'll end up underneath my feet eventually. No, you don't wanna love me right now, 'cause baby, I don't even like you, so how am I supposed to let myself be everything you need? So sweet, then leave. I don't wanna put you through me. Everybody thinks my heart's gone black, but honestly, I'm just afraid that I can't love somebody back. 'Cause the devil's in the details, telling us how we feel. But what if I just wanna give it up? I'm kinda unpredictable, swear to God I'll only make you miserable, and I could never be enough. So darling, don't get too close. There's nothing here to see. If we end up going down this road, you'll end up underneath my feet eventually. No, you don't wanna love me right now, 'cause baby, I don't even like you, so how am I supposed to let myself be everything you need? So sweet, then leave. I don't wanna put you through me. I don't wanna put you through me. So darling, don't get too close. There's nothing here to see. If we end up going down this road, you'll end up underneath my feet eventually. No, you don't wanna love me right now, 'cause baby, I don't even like me, so how am I supposed to let myself be everything you need? So sweet, then leave. I don't wanna put you through me. I don't wanna put you through me. I don't wanna put you through me.
That was Arrows in Action with Put You Through Me. Up next is Spirit Adrift, another band that I've only featured once, but that I was very keen to feature again, and they've put out a new song, so we'll be checking that out today. This is Spirit Adrift with Sorcerer's Fate. It was released on 4/20 of 2022. This is the visualizer video I was thinking about. So that was Spirit Adrift with Sorcerer's Fate, and I'm pretty sure that that song has been in their basement for 35 years, because it sounded straight out of the 80s thrash scene. That was awesome. I enjoyed that. I would love to hear an entire album like that, and I'd love to see them play it live. That was really good. If I push play on that in the car with some people that didn't know who it was, they would probably think that this was on an 80s thrash metal mix or something. So, I know a lot of people aren't into that, but I grew up with it, so that was pretty cool. So to close things out this week, we're going to feature one of my very favorite bands, Killakoi. This does feature the singer of RA. This is Get It Right. And before I push play on this, I do want to, one more time, kind of express my regret that Killakoi had to drop off of the bill with RA, and me to possibly get a chance to hear this coming weekend. Actually, they were supposed to play in Dallas, and I'm not going to get to see them. And the reason that I bring it up is the whole reason Killakoi had to drop off the bill was they couldn't afford to go on the tour with them. These bands that open and tour with them to try to get some traction and stuff like that, it's not paid for. They're paying for it out of their pocket. And it takes us as listeners and consumers to help these bands out, buy some merch, go see local shows if you can, to help them get up the funds to go on lengthy tours all over the nation, to get their name out there, to get people to listen to them, and even just following them on social media or Spotify. First thing that's going to do is it's going to help them. It's going to help their numbers. Might even get them some ad revenue or something like that. But even more importantly than that, if you like the music and you follow it, when you get on Spotify, it's going to suggest their stuff and similar stuff to them. And the more the Surprise Radio Spotify, I might not have the podcast channel anymore, but I still have my playlist. And if you go through that playlist and you find all the songs that you like and you follow the bands that play them, you're going to start getting suggested stuff on Spotify by these bands, by all this underground, independent, amazing music. So that's definitely a perk for you and a perk for them. But the point is, we've got to support these bands. We've got to give them some love. And we've honestly, if we like them, we really have to help them keep the music going. You know, nobody's asking for a handout. They're performing. They understand the life. But as somebody that sees both sides of it, I completely understand that they count on us to keep going. So let's keep them going.
All you see is only a small slice, just the rule I wanna portray. If you look behind the curtain, you'll see me with my anxiety. I feel crazy till the lights go out. I look happy but I'm full of doubt. It means nothing till I hear you shout. I'm waiting for it every day. Big time and I'm on my way. This time gonna get it right. A big time running past this way. Live life like it's black or white. Is it what they know I can't decide? It's every moment I am compromising. A big time, yeah, I'm on my way to get it right. Show me likes, tell me that you love me. The only way I know how to survive. There it is, hovering above me. I can't reach it, but it keeps me alive. I feel crazy till the lights go out. I look happy, but I'm full of doubt. It means nothing till I hear you shout. I'm waiting for it every day. Big time and I'm on my way. This time gonna get it right. A big time running past this way. Live life like it's black or white. Is it what they know I can't decide? If every moment I am compromising. A big time, yeah, I'm on my way to get it right. Every now and then I can figure out how to make amends, how to do without, how the story ends, how to fade it down, how to clip the sins, so I don't have to shout. Cause I don't need my friends to try to show me how. I'm rebelling again, so try to talk me down. I think I got the fans for playing this too loud. The scratches in my lens, so all I have is sound. All I have is sound. And all I have is sound. Big time and I'm on my way. This time gonna get it right. A big time
So that was Killakoi. That was the show. That was a marathon. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. I can't wait to release it and see your reaction to it and see if you like any of these songs. Tell me in the comments below which one was your favorite. And as always, I am surprised. I hope to see you next time. And until then, have a good one.